Dear Starseed from Gaia, help is coming through a person you've never met, and this unexpected connection is leading you toward love. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and the reunion guides are speaking through me for this exact moment in your journey. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your divine counterpart. But here's the first revelation. This person may not arrive through the path you expected, yet their presence will bring peace, clarity, and a sense of being truly seen. You didn't find this video by chance. Your heart called this message in. This isn't just a message, it's a moment of divine intervention. Your soul has been waiting for this guidance. Like this transmission to affirm to the universe, my heart is ready for divine love. Comment 11/11th if you feel your heart awakening to divine truth. Your heart knows why you're here. What is beginning to move toward you may not arrive in the form your mind has been watching for. It may not carry the face, history, or familiar energy you expected. It may enter through a conversation, a workplace, a message, a chance encounter, or a person who appears to be helping you with something completely unrelated to love. And because your heart has been trained to look for love in recognizable places, you may almost miss the sacred significance of the meeting. You found this message for a reason, and the reason is not comfort. It is preparation. If you sense that your divine counterpart is close but something invisible still stands between you, the divine love frequency code was created to dissolve exactly that barrier. It is not another book about waiting. It is an activation manual direct from the Arcturian Council for souls who are ready to stop hoping and start signaling. The link is below in the first pinned comment, but only briefly. The person coming towards you may first appear as an interruption to your plans. They may offer information, an introduction, a practical solution, or a moment of kindness at the exact time you had begun to believe that no one was listening. Their role may seem small on the surface, but the energy around the meeting will feel different. Something in you may soften before you understand why. You may feel a strange familiarity without having shared a past. You may feel safe enough to speak honestly, even though you have only just met. Perhaps you had planned to go one direction, but a delay caused you to take another road. Perhaps you nearly declined an invitation, ignored a message, or stayed home because your spirit felt tired from expecting disappointment. Yet something within you moved. You answered. You went. You remained present for one more conversation, and in that seemingly ordinary decision, the unseen may have arranged an opening. Do not assume that divine movement must arrive with thunder, visions, or a dramatic announcement from the heavens. Sometimes it comes quietly, like a seed carried beneath the soil before the first green leaf appears. Sometimes it is hidden inside a practical exchange, a shared task, or a simple question that stays with you long after the conversation ends. The universe often places sacred invitations inside ordinary moments because it is teaching you to recognize presence rather than performance. This is where discernment becomes essential. Not every intense connection is divine, and not every unfamiliar person is a destined partner. The sign is not obsession. The sign is not obsession. The sign is not the feeling that you must chase, prove, convince, or abandon yourself to keep the connection alive. Divine assistance does not arrive to make you smaller. It arrives carrying a frequency that returns you to yourself. A connection that is truly supportive will not demand that you silence your instincts. It will not punish you for asking questions or moving at a pace that protects your peace. It will not make you feel that your boundaries are obstacles to be overcome. If the presence of someone causes you to lose your center, neglect your responsibilities, or betray what you know to be true, pause. Attraction can be powerful, but power alone is not proof of alignment. There is a difference between the electricity of a wound being activated and the warmth of a soul being recognized. One leaves you checking, guessing, waiting, and trying to decode every movement. The other gives you room to breathe. One makes you feel as if love is always about to disappear. The other allows love to reveal itself through patience, respect, and consistency. The sacred does not need to manipulate your fear in order to get your attention. For many souls, the greatest block to receiving love is not the absence of a loving person. It is the nervous system's inability to recognize love when love is calm. You may have become accustomed to emotional uncertainty, inconsistent attention, delayed replies, mixed signals, and relationships where you had to earn basic tenderness. When something arrives with clarity, your mind may call it unfamiliar, boring, or too good to trust. But the heart that has known chaos often needs time to learn the language of peace. If your history taught you that love comes with tension, then calm may initially feel like emptiness. If you were raised around silence, criticism, or unpredictable affection, a steady person may seem difficult to read because they are not sending you into emotional survival. You may search for hidden motives simply because your body has learned to scan every room for danger. This does not mean you are incapable of receiving good love. It means the body must be gently shown that the present is not the past. Give yourself permission to learn slowly. You do not need to force trust, but you also do not need to reject every gentle thing simply because it feels unfamiliar. Let consistency become evidence. Let time reveal character. Notice whether words and actions agree. The heart can be open and wise at the same time. You can welcome a possibility without handing it the keys to your entire inner world. The first chamber that must open is your sense of worth. Somewhere beneath the desire to be chosen may live an older belief that you must become more beautiful, more successful, more healed, more spiritual, or more agreeable before love can stay. That belief creates a silent contract. I will offer everything if you will finally prove that I am enough. But sacred love does not ask you to audition for belonging. The person who helps open this new chapter may mirror your worth before you are fully able to see it yourself, not by rescuing you, but by treating your presence as valuable without requiring performance. You may have spent years polishing yourself for acceptance. You learn to become easy to love, easy to accommodate, easy to forgive, and easy to leave behind without protest. You may have mistaken self-erasure for maturity. You may have called it compassion when you were actually abandoning your own needs. But love that is meant to meet you in wholeness will not require you to arrive as a carefully edited version of yourself. Your worth was not created by someone's decision to recognize it. It existed before the compliment, before the relationship, before the rejection, and before the abandonment. It is not increased when someone chooses you or diminished when someone fails to. You are not a candle whose brightness depends on whether another person looks at the flame. You carry an inner light that remains present even during the seasons when no one seems to notice it. When this first inner door opens, you stop interpreting another person's kindness as a debt. You stop wondering what you must give back immediately. You begin to receive without shrinking, apologizing, or preparing for abandonment. Receiving is not passivity. It is the heart's ability to allow support to enter without turning it into suspicion. Practice this in small ways. When someone offers help, do not automatically say, "You do not have to." When someone gives you a sincere compliment, do not push it away with an explanation. When a friend offers their time, let their generosity be real. Place your hand over your heart and say, "I am allowed to be supported without becoming controlled. I am allowed to receive without owing my soul." Each time you do this, you teach your inner world that love can enter without taking something from you. The second chamber is recognition. Your soul may recognize an energy before your personality understands the person. This does not mean you should surrender your judgment or assign a destiny to someone you barely know. It means you can honor the quiet sense that this encounter carries meaning while allowing the relationship to reveal itself through time. True recognition becomes clearer with consistency. It does not need fantasy to keep it alive. Sometimes recognition is not a lightning strike. It is a gentle inner turning, like a flower opening toward the morning sun. You may notice that your thoughts become clearer around someone. You may find yourself speaking from a more authentic place. You may remember forgotten hopes, not because the person has completed you, but because their presence creates enough safety for parts of you to emerge. Still, do not confuse familiarity with destiny. A person can feel familiar because they resemble an old wound. They may carry the same emotional distance, the same charm, or the same unpredictability you have known before. Familiarity can be a warning as easily as it can be a welcome. Let recognition be confirmed by character. Let the soul's whisper be tested by the person's ability to show up with integrity. The person who appears to help you may be a bridge. They may introduce you to someone, guide you toward a new environment, invite you into a community, or awaken a part of your life that had gone dormant. They may not be the final romantic connection, but they may carry the key that brings you into the room where that connection becomes possible. This is why the heart must release its demand that every messenger become the destination. Some souls arrive to open a door, others arrive to walk through it with you. A bridge is not lesser because it is not the destination. It is valuable because it carries you from one shore to another. In the same way, someone may enter your life and help you reclaim confidence, change careers, relocate, join a group, or return to an interest you abandoned. Through that movement, your entire field changes. You begin meeting different people because you are no longer standing in the same emotional landscape. Bless the messengers without clinging to them. If someone offers a key, receive the key. If someone points toward a doorway, walk through it. You do not have to possess the hand that helped you rise. Gratitude does not require attachment, and meaning does not always require permanence. The third chamber is the release of old relationship contracts. You may still be energetically tied to someone who is no longer physically present. Their voice may still live inside your decisions. Their rejection may still define what you believe you can expect. Their inconsistency may have taught you to confuse waiting with devotion. Their betrayal may have convinced you that intimacy always ends in loss. These patterns can continue long after the relationship has ended, not because you are weak, but because the emotional body stores what the mind says it has forgiven. An old contract may sound like, I must prove my loyalty by suffering. It may sound like, if I am patient enough, unavailable people will become available. It may sound like, if I ask for too much, I will be abandoned. Or if I show my real needs, love will leave. These agreements are often formed in moments when you were simply trying to survive emotionally. They were not signs of failure. They were strategies created by a younger version of you who needed protection. But a strategy that once protected, you can later become a cage. You may keep choosing people who cannot meet you because their limitations feel familiar. You may reject those who can meet you because their stability exposes how much you have been longing for. Freedom begins when you recognize the contract without shaming yourself for having signed it. You do not have to hate the past in order to release it. You do not need to deny what happened or pretend it did not matter. You simply stop allowing an old wound to make choices on behalf of your future. You can say, quietly and honestly, I honor what this taught me. And I no longer need to repeat it to understand it. Every time you choose clarity over confusion, self-respect over pursuit, and truth over fantasy, an old contract loses its authority. Forgiveness may not arrive as a feeling. Sometimes it begins as a decision to stop reopening the same door. Sometimes healing is not a beautiful ceremony, but a quiet refusal to send one more message, explain yourself one more time, or seek validation from someone who has already shown you their capacity. You may still remember. You may still grieve. But memory no longer has to be a command. The fourth chamber is surrendering the schedule. You may believe that if love is truly approaching, you should already know who it is, where they are, and exactly when the meeting will occur. But sacred timing rarely gives the mind a complete map. It gives you the next honest step. It asks you to attend the gathering, answer the message, accept the invitation, take the route you normally avoid, or remain open during a season when you had planned to close yourself completely. You may want a calendar from heaven, a name written in the stars, and a guaranteed date when uncertainty will end. But the mystery does not always work that way. A seed does not receive the full blueprint of the tree before it breaks open. The river does not know every bend before it begins to move. Your life may be unfolding with intelligence even when your mind cannot yet see the design. This does not mean waiting without action. It means acting without desperation. You continue living. You care for your body. You make room for joy that is not dependent on a relationship. You allow your life to become spacious enough for an unexpected person to enter. Sometimes the help comes through someone you've never met, because the version of you who needed that meeting had to leave an old environment first. Make the room before you know who will enter it. Clear the emotional clutter. Revisit the places where you have become isolated. Give yourself reasons to leave the house, to learn, to create, to participate. Love cannot always find you in the exact place where you have been hiding from life. This is not a demand to perform or chase. It is an invitation to become available to the living world again. The fifth chamber is magnetic embodiment. You cannot call in a relationship based on honesty while remaining dishonest with yourself. You cannot ask for emotional safety while continually overriding your own boundaries. You cannot invite a love that honors your life while treating your own needs as an inconvenience. The frequency you seek becomes more available when your daily choices begin to agree with it. Your energy is not only what you imagine, it is also what you tolerate, repeat, excuse, and normalize. If your inner prayer says, "I desire respect," but your daily choices continue to place you where disrespect is guaranteed, your body receives conflicting instructions. Alignment is created when your actions become a living translation of your deepest truth. This is not about becoming perfect or constantly maintaining a high vibration. It is about becoming congruent. If you need rest, rest. If something feels wrong, acknowledge it. If you want companionship, admit that without shame. If you are afraid, tell yourself the truth instead of disguising fear as indifference. Every honest act strengthens the signal of your heart, and when your inner life becomes more truthful, you are less likely to mistake emotional intensity for divine connection. You do not need to be joyful every moment to be magnetic. You do not need to erase grief, anger, or uncertainty. A river remains alive even when its surface is dark beneath the clouds. What matters is that you stop pretending. Your real vibration is not manufactured enthusiasm. It is the steady integrity of a soul willing to meet itself honestly. The sixth chamber is learning to trust unfamiliar goodness. The person who helps you may not resemble anyone you have loved before. Their communication may be direct, their attention may be steady, their presence may not activate the old chase within you. You may wonder whether the connection is real because you are not suffering for it. But peace is not proof that nothing is happening. Sometimes peace is proof that something is finally happening without the interference of the old wound. You may find yourself waiting for the other shoe to drop. You may test the person without realizing it, withdraw to see whether they pursue, or create distance because closeness feels too exposed. Notice these impulses with compassion. You are not broken for having them, but you are responsible for becoming conscious of them. A safe connection deserves the opportunity to meet the real you, not only the defenses that learned how to survive unsafe love. Let the relationship develop at the speed of truth. Notice how you feel after speaking with them. Do you feel expanded or depleted? More honest or more performative? More connected to your life or more consumed by uncertainty? Divine alignment is often revealed through the fruit of an encounter. A meaningful person does not merely make your heart race. They help your heart become more available to life. Look at what the connection produces. Does it inspire creativity, courage, kindness, and self-respect? Does it encourage you to care for your body, speak clearly, and honor your commitments? Or does it pull you into secrecy, obsession, and emotional exhaustion? The fruit matters. A beautiful flower can still grow from a poisonous vine, so pay attention not only to the appearance of the connection, but to what it nourishes within you. And then there is the final chamber, readiness to be seen. Many souls say they want love, but what they secretly want is to be loved without being known. They want someone to admire the polished version while never touching the fear, grief, tenderness, and contradictions underneath. Yet the love you are moving toward will ask for your presence, not your perfection. It will invite you to be honest before you feel completely safe, while also respecting your need to build safety gradually. Being seen can feel more frightening than being alone. When you are alone, you control the image. You choose what remains hidden. But intimacy asks you to let another person encounter the places where you are still becoming. That does not mean surrendering your privacy or exposing yourself to someone who has not earned trust. It means allowing genuine connection to develop through truthful moments rather than through carefully managed appearances. You do not have to reveal everything at once. You do not have to force vulnerability to prove that you are open. You only need to stop hiding the parts of yourself that are ready to be witnessed. Let your humor be genuine. Let your preferences be known. Let your no be a complete sentence. Let your yes carry desire rather than obligation. The right connection will not punish you for having a self. The helper who enters your life may activate this readiness simply by seeing something in you that others overlooked. They may remind you of a dream you abandoned, a talent you buried, a place you wanted to go, or a version of yourself you believed had passed away. Their presence may restore movement to your life before it brings romance. This is why the encounter can feel larger than the person. Something in you is being returned to you. Maybe they ask about the art you used to make. Maybe they ask about the art you used to make. Maybe they encourage the business idea you dismissed. Maybe they notice your wisdom in a place where others only noticed your pain. Their reflection may not be a declaration of love. It may be a mirror showing you that the life force within you never disappeared. It only went quiet while you were trying to survive. There may be a moment when you are tempted to dismiss the meeting because it does not match the story you imagined. You may think, this cannot be it. I was expecting a dramatic sign, a consuming recognition, a perfect beginning. But the soul often works through ordinary doors. A simple conversation can carry a profound redirection. A stranger's generosity can place you on a new path. A person you never expected can become the evidence that life has not forgotten how to surprise you. The mind prefers a recognizable script because scripts create the illusion of control. It wants the perfect setting, the unmistakable gaze, the immediate certainty. Yet many of the most meaningful beginnings are quiet enough to be overlooked. They do not announce their significance until you look back and realize that one small encounter changed the rhythm of everything that followed. Do not force the meaning. Do not turn every coincidence into a promise. Stay awake, stay grounded, and let behavior speak. If this person is truly part of your unfolding, you will not need to abandon discernment to keep the connection alive. You will be able to ask questions. You will be able to move slowly. You will be able to maintain your standards. What is meant for your heart will not require you to betray your wisdom. Let mystery remain mystery for a while. Not every meaningful meeting needs an immediate label. You can enjoy a conversation without deciding where it will lead. You can appreciate support without building an entire future around one gesture. You can be hopeful without becoming attached to an outcome. This is mature openness. The door is unlocked, but the house still belongs to you. The deeper revelation is that help is not always sent to remove the entire journey. Sometimes it is sent to remind you that you are not walking it alone. The person you have never met may arrive carrying a piece of the world you need next, not because you are incomplete, but because growth is relational. We become more fully ourselves through the mirrors, teachers, companions, and unexpected allies who meet us at the edge of transformation. There are seasons when the soul must walk alone to recover its voice, and there are seasons when another presence becomes part of the medicine. The two are not opposites. Solitude teaches you who you are without applause. Connection teaches you how to remain who you are while being loved. The right people do not interrupt your becoming. They create conditions in which becoming can continue. Perhaps this person will lead you toward love by leading you back to your own life. Perhaps they will show you that support can be safe, that connection can be mutual, and that the future does not have to repeat the emotional climate of the past. Perhaps through them, you will meet the person your heart has been preparing for. Or perhaps they will reveal that the love you are asking someone else to give you has been waiting for your permission to awaken within you. The answer may not arrive in the form you expected, but it can still be true. Sometimes the greatest gift is not the person you imagined. It is the self you become through the meeting. You may become more willing to speak, more willing to travel, more willing to trust your instincts, or more willing to believe that tenderness belongs in your future. A doorway can change you even before you know what lies beyond it. Either way, the meeting matters. Not because you must attach to it, but because it is evidence of movement. The stillness is changing. The closed circle is opening. The part of you that had learned to expect disappointment is being introduced to another possibility. Let that evidence be enough for today. You do not need to demand the whole answer from one moment. You only need to notice that life is responding, that pathways are shifting, and that your heart is no longer sealed in the same way. The first sign of love's approach may be your renewed willingness to participate in your own life. Your loneliness was never proof that you had been forgotten. It was often the space in which your discernment was being refined. Your heartbreak was not evidence that you were incapable of love. It showed you where you had been abandoning yourself to remain connected. Your waiting was not empty. Beneath the silence, your heart was learning the difference between longing and alignment. Even the quiet seasons were forming you. The nights when you cried without an audience taught you what your spirit could endure. The days when you had to comfort yourself taught you the value of inner companionship. The endings you did not understand cleared rooms in your life that had been occupied by patterns no longer worthy of your future. Nothing was wasted if it brought you closer to truth. There is a form of love that does not arrive by force. It comes through recognition, timing, and the gentle rearrangement of circumstances. It may begin with a person you never expected to meet. It may begin with assistance, friendship, guidance, or a conversation that seems ordinary to everyone else. But you will know to pay attention because you will not feel compelled to become someone else in order to receive it. This love will not ask you to perform a miracle to earn a place in someone's heart. It will not require you to compete with ghosts, decode silence, or prove that you are worthy of basic care. It will have room for your humanity. It will understand that devotion is not measured by how much pain you can absorb. It will feel less like being pulled into a storm, and more like finding a lantern on a path you had been walking in the dark. Tonight, place your hand over your heart and allow yourself to say, I am open to the people, pathways, and connections that support my highest truth. I welcome love that is clear, mutual, grounded, and free. I trust myself to recognize what nourishes me. I release the need to chase what cannot meet me. I am willing to be surprised by the way love finds me. As you speak these words, do not say them only as a wish. Let them become an agreement with yourself. Agree to listen when your body says no. Agree to remain when goodness feels unfamiliar enough to deserve patience. Agree to stop pursuing what continually makes you question your value. The frequency of love becomes real when your choices begin to protect the love you are asking to receive. Then return to your life. Send the message you have been postponing if it is honest and appropriate. Accept the invitation that feels nourishing. Walk into the new space. Speak to the person with warmth, but do not demand a prophecy from the encounter. Let the moment be what it is. The sacred does not become less sacred because it unfolds naturally. There is holiness in a conversation that makes you feel less alone. There is holiness in a stranger who offers direction. There is holiness in the courage to attend a gathering after disappointment taught you to hide. You do not have to turn each moment into a prediction. Be present enough to receive it as an experience. Sometimes the blessing is not in what the moment leads to, but in how fully it returns you to the present. And when someone appears who helps you move toward love, remember this. You are not being handed a replacement for your own inner strength. You are being shown that your strength can coexist with support. You are not being rescued from your path. You are being accompanied into the next expression of it. The most beautiful connections will not make you dependent on signs. They will make you more present, more discerning, more alive, and more capable of choosing love from wholeness. The person who helps you may walk beside you for a long season or only for one necessary crossing. Either way, allow the encounter to teach you what it came to teach. Let support become evidence that you no longer have to carry everything alone. Let companionship expand your strength rather than replace it. Let love be a partnership between two whole souls, not a rescue mission between two frightened ones. What is coming may be closer than your fear allows you to believe, but it may also be gentler than your imagination has prepared you for. Do not overlook the quiet messenger because you are waiting for a dramatic arrival. Do not reject the open door because it does not look like the door you prayed for. Sometimes the person who changes your love story begins by changing your direction. The next chapter may begin in a place you considered unimportant. It may begin with a task you nearly avoided, an answer you almost did not give, or a kindness you were too tired to notice. Stay awake to the small movements. A compass does not need to reveal the entire journey. It only needs to point toward the next true direction. And as you follow that direction, the path will continue to unfold. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real from your heart journey. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or love. This isn't content, it's collective healing. Love multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your life is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow of divine love guidance. You're not just watching, you're healing. This is your sacred space, and we're just getting started.